FICO10T. Welcome to my nightmare. Actually, I'm going to give you the real deal on what's going down with FICO10T, so you better watch this video. Stay tuned. We're back at it again with FICO 10. Oh my God, we're gonna die. I mean, we really are. It's the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. We're all gonna turn to dust, like at the end of Infinity War, right? It's just like poof, we're just gonna fade away. The Crusader's here to give you guys the lowdown on what I know. I've done a lot of research on this, so listen up. First of all, there's a lot of people out there spewing out misinformation or making things look one way when they're really not. One of the biggest misconceptions or misleading things that people are saying is if you have something negative removed off of your credit with FICO 10, they're going to see it. Well, first of all, there's two versions of this. There's FICO 10 and FICO 10T. FICO 10T is the one that's trending. That's the one that they look back. So FICO 10, if they adopt this, that's here nor there. They don't do the trending thing. So really, FICO 10T is the one that everybody's really worried about because of this trending aspect. But as far as having a negative item removed, let's think about this. I mean, I've said this before. It's like someone who's a victim of identity theft has a negative item removed off their credit, and then they go to apply for something and can't because their credit's still shitty because, oh, well, that negative item was just removed. We see this, and we're going to deny you. How well do you think that's going to go over? I mean, there'd be no point. Like, basically, victims of identity theft are just, oh, they're SOL, FICO 10, right? I mean, come on, let's really think about this. So having a negative item removed, the premise of removing a negative item off of an account is that it does not belong to you, that you're a victim of identity theft, that it's an inaccurate, it's an error. So the fact that people are saying that, oh, they're going to be able to see that and you're going to be screwed, so you better act now and do something. I mean, that's just total bullshit. I mean, let's use our heads. And also, like I said before, there's two versions of this. There's FICO 10 and FICO 10T. Well, let's think. FICO 8 is pretty much what the banks are using in general for the most part right now. FICO 8. Well, we got FICO 10 now. Well, what happened to FICO 9, right? I mean, it goes 8, 9, then 10. What happened to FICO 9? I'll tell you what happened to FICO 9. Nobody adopted it. You know why? Because when you had a paid off account that was a delinquent account that was paid off, it no longer negatively affected you. And the banks didn't like that. They're like, yeah, no, we don't like that. So they never adopted it. So you see what I'm saying? When this thing comes out, the banks, they may choose not to adopt whatever it is. I know for a fact that the main difference between FICO 10 and FICO 10T is the trending aspect. The FICO 10, regular FICO 10, that is a lot easier to implement in their systems right now. Whereas FICO 10T, there's going to be a lot more of an overhaul as far as their systems, as far as training people how to use it, as far as the way they do things. So the easier path is to use FICO 10, the one that's not trending, which again won't show the 24-month period. There's another thing I want to let you guys know. It's that I mean, it's like there's so many people out there trying to scare people and trying to act like, it's the end of the world and trade lines aren't going to post. As far as authorized user trade lines are concerned, I've done the research on this. As far as FICO 10, regular FICO 10, I don't believe anything's going to change because, again, they can't see back. It's just a snapshot of the current state of where your credit is. Now, with the other FICO T, 10 or 10T, this one, things may change, and I'm going to tell you how. Let's just say you have an authorized user account and you've just recently paid it off. And then the primary just recently paid off the account and now he goes and sells the card. Well, they'll be able to see that account was just recently paid off, and that may hurt the person who gets added as an authorized user, maybe. Or also another thing that I know is going to be with FICO, with both of these, is as far as loans are concerned, where people sometimes will move money around, like they'll go and get a loan out and use that to consolidate credit cards and pay off the credit card debt and then have a loan to have like one low interest monthly payment, something like that. that will hurt you more with FICO 10 gets adopted, because the banks are looking into that kind of stuff because they see what people are doing and they see them as high risk. I'd also like to let you guys know that I've looked this up. Statistically, the overall FICO scores of Americans are going up, but also the debt is going up too. Now, what do you think is going on here? I have an idea. Basically, because of YouTube channels and the way the internet is and all the ways people can gain information, now people are able to actually work on their credit actively, whereas before people would just work on it passively. Back in the day, people didn't know how to get a good credit score. It was just, okay, well, I'll just go, get some credit, pay my bills, and everything will work out. They didn't know the intricacies of it. They weren't taught like what to do and how to dispute things and how you can boost your score before you buy something and all that kind of stuff. Nobody knew how to do that stuff. Now they do. And the banks are taking note. And they're also worried about the fact that the last recession, most of those people who got into trouble back in 08, 09, that bad stuff has since fallen off their credit. So the banks are scared that it's going to be a just snatch and grab and bounce. So basically they're trying to do things in order to cover their ass, which, I mean, hey, I can't blame them. But as far as the FICO10T and the mania and the madness and the hysteria, in order for them to adopt FICO10T, they're going to have to do an extensive overhaul of their systems, which would probably take yet another year. And here's also some more food for thought. As far as the trending scoring model, have you ever gone on Credit Karma? That's a Vantage score. That's not your FICO score. They're already doing a trending scoring model on Credit Karma. So think about it. I mean, this trending thing, everybody's like, it's not really new. I mean, with the Vantage score, they look back. If you have something removed, it's gone. Your score goes up. There is no like, oh, it used to be there. I mean, it doesn't work that way. And me personally, it upsets me that people are out there scaring people, trying to freak people out, when it's just simply not true. I mean, when you really sit down and you think about it, it's just not true. So hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. I'll try to answer them as best I can. It's October 1st. The weather's starting to cool down. This is my kind of season. So I'm real excited to be making more videos. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Crusader out.